Well, I am so excited to be here with Marty Smith. He is the executive director of the Society of St. Vincent de Paul, Omaha. Marty, thank you so much for joining me today.
Well, thank you, Andy. It's a privilege.
Well, let's just first talk about tell us about the organization and what do you do and who do you serve?
Okay, actually, it's a 200-year-old organization that started in Paris in 1833. And it was designed by college students at the Sorbonne to help people who lived in the slums not too far away, just to kind of deal with life as they saw it. And it grew very rapidly. It's based on the spirituality of St. Vincent de Paul, who was a parish priest 400 years ago in Paris. Started an order of nuns, and one of those nuns was the mentor for these kids. Like I said, it came to the U.S. in 1845. They got to Omaha in 1868. So by the time it was a 20-year-old organization, it was in 200 cities on 2 continents. So it really grew quickly. As I said, been in Omaha. Now we're based in parishes, Catholic parishes. There are 30 groups in 30 different parishes around the city. Each group recruits from their parish, collects money from their parish, and hands it out to the people who live within the boundaries of that parish, whether they belong to the parish or are Catholic, doesn't matter. So basically, that's what we do. We provide financial assistance and hopefully some direction into how else you could improve your lot, trying to get them connected with professionals who can help with jobs or whatever. So that's kind of the basic principle. In 2018, we moved our offices to Holy Family, which is a church on 17th Izzard. And they had for 30 years been doing outreach to the homeless, both sack lunches and clothing, and a street outreach where they would take a van around and bring food and clothing to people around the city as well. When we moved in, it became apparent that the parish was going to merge with another parish, the chancery asked us to continue those. So now we do have an active homeless ministry as well. So we have a main pantry at 21st and Leavenworth, which serves a lot of people food. We have 5 thrift stores in town. These are kind of typical Vincent de Paul ministries or works, as we call them. So all of our activities are designed by volunteers to help people get over the hump, to save money, to kind of use their resources as best they can, and then ideally to help direct them to some professionals who can help solve the deeper problems.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I want to just kind of talk about your thrift stores, because that's a way, first of all, that people can contribute and give items, but also those that are in need can come and buy. One just recently, I think within the year, opened up close to where I'm at. It's 123rd in Center.
Yeah, we opened it July 15th.
Okay.
We're right between Burlington and TJ Maxx. It's the biggest store.
Yeah.
But it provides great value for people. We have a full-time staff of 4 or 5 people, but we also, if people want to volunteer to work at that store or any of our stores, that is an ideal way to help people, just to be a greeter and to help people kind of find their way around.
Yeah.
And as you said, donations are always gratefully accepted. Everything, we don't take mattresses because of the bed bug issue, but furniture, clothing, housewares, you name it, electronics, whatever people would like to clear out, we would love to pick up.
Yeah. Well,
and that is done on the website.
Yep. And your website, because it's SVdPomaha.com is where people can find all kinds of really great information. Yep. And also, as we get into the holiday season, and again, these are these holiday conversations that I'm love having with nonprofits. First of all, the need is all year round, but absolutely. How can people, what are things, people a lot of times are thinking about giving back, contributing around this time of year. So how can people support you and contribute to you?
Well, the 2 sort of events that we're having upcoming are the shared Giving Tuesday.
Yep. Yeah.
To donate. That's kind of an obvious one. WOWT has been a wonderful partner as well as Methodist Hospital with the Stuff the Bus program. That's December 2nd, I think, Thursday. From 5 in the morning until 6 p.m., people can donate food, money, or toys, since it's the Christmas season, and All of that will go directly to people who need it. The other thing you could do is volunteer at one of our stores. I really do want to emphasize that, because it's a wonderful way to, volunteering is even more important when you actually meet the people you're helping.
Yeah.
And I think being at the store and being a greeter, being helpful in that way is powerful. And I would like to say as well that we have a program for any volunteer hour. We will give $8 credit to the nonprofit of your choice. So if you belong to a school or a parish or an organization that does help families, and you have 10 kids who come and work for an hour, that's $80 of credit that your organization can then have some family come and take advantage of it at any of our stores.
Oh my gosh.
Volunteering at the stores is huge.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's great. And yeah, I like to push that message out all year round, because what a great opportunity for high school students, or any of us, to be able to, first of all, support your organization, but then also give back to other organizations. That's win-win all the way around. Yeah,
and the key to it is that you also then interact with the people you're helping in some way. And it's not really help, it's just kind of, we're in this together, and it really does come to that.
Yes. Well, we've got about 1 minute left, so let's just chat. Anything else? We've got Stuff the Bus on December 2nd. Encouraging people to volunteer. Anything else, Marty, that you want to kind of put out there before we end this wonderful conversation?
Well, I just, people are overwhelmed sometimes at the impact of COVID, or just the dysfunction in the political arena or whatever. If you focus on helping an individual, and not just helping, but connecting with an individual, talking to them, sharing stories, that goes a long way. My favorite quote is a woman who was standing outside shoeless at our pantry, and she said, when you guys gave me shoes, my life went from impossible to possible.
Wow.
And I just, that personal connection is what does that.
Yeah. Oh my
People
gosh.
get from impossible to possible.
Yeah, absolutely. And also asking that's the question of what else is possible by you showing up. And oh, wow. Beautiful. Well, Marty, thank you so much for chatting with me today. And again, I look forward to talking to you again in 2022, but encourage everybody to volunteer.
Keep us in mind. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Andy.